You tried your best, but you want to break up. And you're not really sure what words you should be using, which ones you should be avoiding. Well, this video is for you, friend, and you're going to want to save this one. Go ahead and put a bookmark in it. Send it to the group chat so that you can compare notes on how you've broken up with people before, because this therapist is about to put you on game right after the intro. And welcome back to another episode of The Daily Donna with me, your host, Dr. Donna Oriowo, sex and relationship therapist in the Washington, D.C. metro area, author of Drink Water and Mind Your Business, a Black woman's guide to unlearning the BS and healing self-esteem. So, you finally got to that space where what you know about yourself, how you feel about yourself, is no longer congruent with what you know and feel about them. Congratulations! Getting to a place where you're breaking up, a relationship end is not a relationship fail. It mostly just means that you're leveling up. It means that you've leveled up enough to know that regardless of what, that person doesn't work for you, that the relationship isn't working for you, that it may not feel good, right, safe, or sane for you, and it's time to go ahead and exit stage left. But the problem is this: a lot of us don't know how to break up. And quiet as it's kept, half of y'all don't actually break up. What you do is prolong the inevitable with other cute little declarations because you're really worried about saying the wrong thing and doing blah, 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 blah. Please, I beg. So many of you don't actually ever break up with the person. They think that y'all are on break. Some of y'all then break up with the person. They think that you just wanted to work on things because you have been unclear. Today, we're going to say it with our chest. We're going to get clear together. I'm going to tell you the 5 sentences you need to say to break up with whoever this person is. But first, we got to talk about what you need to avoid. There are some key phrases that I have seen floating outside in these internet streets, and I understand why they can be tempting, but they are also incorrect. And I'm going to tell you why for probably most of them. This isn't working for me. This isn't working for me sounds a lot like, let us try and find something that would work better for me. And if you do not follow it up very quickly with, we aren't together, or I'm breaking up with you, this doesn't work, because this isn't working for me sounds like, or could sound like, depending on whether or not you got some bass in your chest when you say it, it could sound like an invitation to fix what's wrong. I think I need a break. Number one, this sentence is doing a couple of things. Number one, the I think in this sounds like you haven't actually come to a conclusion, but rather like if they try hard enough, they could convince you. Need a break doesn't sound like the breakup that you actually want. It sounds like a softening of the blow because you're worried about how they're going to take it, that you don't even want to be with them for real no more. So it sounds good in theory, but all it does is kind of drag out whatever your inevitable is, so that you can find the words later down the line. No. We break up now. We don't break up 6 months from now after we've had a break. Number 3, I don't think we work. Again, this is an invitation to fix it. The I think, again, is a lack of surety. It's a lack of clarity. You are not clearly stating what it is that you desire. I think we should see other people. That one is probably the closest one to perfect. And yet the I think still lacks surety. So, what should you actually be saying instead? I'm going to tell you the 5 sentences right now. And then after this, I'm going to let you know 3 things that you need to avoid when you're breaking up with someone. So here are your 5 sentences. Number 1, I'm breaking up with you. We want different things. I cannot meet your needs. I hate your guts. I'm breaking up with you. That's how I would break up with somebody if I was breaking up with them. Now, mind you, those 3 sentences in the middle, the We want different things. I can't meet your needs. I hate your guts. These are interchangeable. You interchange those three sentences with something that you know about the experience of yours, but we're using I statements because we want to avoid the part where we're blaming. We don't want to get into a space where we're blaming anyone. So we're using I statements. We're also using short declarative sentences. Baby, I done took it back to elementary. Do you remember what they said about a paragraph? That you had to have your introductory sentence, your three supporting sentences, and your concluding sentence, which was basically a match for the first. It's the same thing. When you're breaking up with someone, a lot of you are trying to make it into rocket science. There is no science here, only the science of communication. And the real science behind communication is to first be clear. Know what you want and then state what you want in a way that is clear so that the other person cannot create an additional or alternative interpretation of what you just said. I'm breaking up with you. We want different things. I cannot meet your needs. I hate your guts. I don't like your mother. I don't like your family. I don't like how I feel when I'm with you. I don't like the way that you treat me. I don't feel, I don't like, I don't think, never I don't think, but I don't like, I don't feel, whatever the thing is, whatever. Use your I statement there. The other piece is, you end with the first, I'm breaking up with you. Now, what should we avoid when we're doing this breakup thing? Here are more than three things because there's a fourth thing that I thought of just now that I thought was actually important to say because I did it, but you may not have understood that I did it. So I'll get to that one last. The first one here is avoid making fake future promises. You don't want to be their fiance. You don't want to make a baby with them. You're not interested in any type of future with them. But what happens is we get scared. We get all up in our feelings. We want to control how they will feel about us after this breakup is over. We want them to still like us. We want them to still see us as valuable. We want them to still think that we're awesome people. We don't want to close the door forever because what if they become a millionaire tomorrow? You want to be able to spin a block right back into that wallet and into their heart. No, baby, cut it off. Um, Making fake future promises simply prolongs the hurt for both or all parties involved in this breakup. So you want to make sure that you know that you don't want to be with this person, but also let them know. So it's not I want to break. You don't want to break. You want to break up. It's not maybe in the future if the stars align again, or maybe I'll see you next lifetime. All of these things are unclear. They leave the door open. It makes a person sometimes erroneously believe that what you're actually asking them to do is wait for you. I have been in that position where the way I broke up with someone made them feel like I was saying, we're getting back together after I have my fun. And that is not what happened. That is not what I intended, but it is what they received. It is from that I learned to be very freaking clear. I'm breaking up with you. This relationship is over. All short declarative sentences. The second one, no blame. We're using I statements. So I think that it is, quite frankly, it is very lazy when people say things like, oh, they're needy. The person is not needy. If they are a person, they're going to be a person with needs. Those needs simply exceed your capacity. There is somebody that is out there looking for somebody that has more needs so that they can feel like they are finally in the right relationship. We're not in the position of dehumanizing them or dehumanizing ourselves. And so you're just saying that what you want, what you need, what you desire is beyond my capacity. It's a misalignment with my desires. It doesn't fit what I want for myself. I don't want that for myself. I could be doing well on my own now, now, now. Look, there's a whole song that I felt like maybe he wasn't breaking up, but he certainly said, like, I don't want that for myself, right? And you get to say that in your breakup. I don't want that for myself. This thing that you desire, this trad marriage, I don't want that for myself. This hyper religious marriage, I don't want that for myself. This secular marriage, I don't want that for myself. You get to say that, particularly in your breakup, but you still have to be clear. Okay. And not just be clear, We're not casting judgment and blame. The thing that somebody else wants in the relationship for them is good for them. Just because it's not good for you doesn't mean that now we want to be in a position of making, of number one, laying blame at their feet, or otherwise making them feel like something is wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. There is simply a mismatch of what it is that you want, need, and desire, and what they want, need, and desire. Y'all are not on the same page. Y'all not maybe in the same book. Maybe you're not in the same library. But the point is that they are not a problem because their needs are different from yours. And you are not a problem because you cannot meet the need. It just means that y'all are out of alignment in this time. Sometimes I have seen couples where one person really desperately wants children and the other one absolutely staunchly is against it. I don't know how you compromise because, like Christina Yang said in Grey's Anatomy, you can't have half a baby. I don't want one. That to me says y'all both are, you're what is it, diametrically opposed. It's time to find someone who wants the thing that you want. A third thing to avoid is ghosting. Unless there is a safety concern, if you are worried that this person likes to tussle, if you feel like they are abusive, if you feel like this is going to go left real quick, ghost. Do what you got to do, or break up with them via phone or text message or whatever you got to do. But this breakup thing that I'm talking about is something that I would say is more for the face-to-face conversation, or the FaceTime conversation if you can't get to the face-to-face, or even the phone call if you can't do that. But we're trying to avoid the texting, avoid sending a Dear John letter or anything like that. We want to be in person wherever possible, or rather having an synchronous conversation. Synchronous simply means at the same time. Texting is an asynchronous form of communication because you don't know what the other person is doing on their end, which means they could have gone to the bathroom, took a shower, cooking a meal. You have no idea why there's a gap between what was said and their response. We're not even inviting that. We are just going to make sure we're at the same time on the same time. The last one that I am offering here is something that I have offered several times in the clinical setting. Make your sentences positive. And what I mean by that is don't be like upbeat. That's not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm saying is if you say something like, this isn't working, or I don't think we work, or I don't think we should be together. These are negatively stated sentences, and the brain works harder. To me, I think of it as when you want to redirect the child is coloring on the walls. You could say, stop coloring on the walls, except that what the kid heard was color on the walls, right? The brain takes a little bit longer to process that don't, not, can't, won't, whatever the thing. So if you say it positively, the thing that you want, not the thing that you don't want, the other person is able to hear it that much quicker. And you don't have to wait for them to have that moment of realization that you were actually breaking up because you put as many double negatives and contractions as you could in your sentence. Make it easy. And quite frankly, I believe they said most people in the country are on a what? 5th, 8th grade reading level? Stop making it difficult. Be simple with your breakup. You want to make sure that they actually understood you. The communication is the most important piece. If they didn't understand you, you didn't break up. You just had a practice run at a conversation that you're gonna have to do again. So, short, declarative, positively stated sentence. I'm breaking up with you. I don't like how I feel when I'm with you. I want something different than what you want. I don't have the capacity to meet your needs. And I think that you should have your needs met, just not by me. I'm breaking up with you. Future editing Donna here. So, in the 3 supporting sentences that I just gave, I said don't. And I just told you don't say don't. I said state it positively. However, what I really mean is that the first and last sentence must be positively, short declaratively stated. The ones in the middle, the supporting sentences, like I don't want to be with you, or I don't like the way I feel, or I don't, whatever, you can use those, though really you should probably still try to avoid it. That's a my bad. Okay, back to past me. Well, I hope that you got what you needed from this here thing. Go ahead and ask me a couple more questions if you have them in the comments section. And let me know how you've broken up with somebody in the past, because I am nosy and an inquiring mind that wants to know. So this is not a breakup. This is a break. I'll see you tomorrow, because I am Dr. Donna. This is the Daily Donna, and we have our conversations every single day with a therapeutic edge. So I'll see you when tomorrow. Bye.